Hello and welcome to Ankles and Feet. You can go ahead and rest back on your backs. Lie down with your palms turned up beside you. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it fall out of your mouth. And take as many breaths like that as you need to settle in now. We'll begin by exploring the mind-body connection between your ankles and your feet. Your ankles allow your entire body to stand upright and walk. They provide you with support and reflect the inner support system you have built for yourself. This inner support system includes the emotional and psychological beliefs that give your life meaning and purpose. If any of it is shaken or taken away, you are left with nothing to hold you upright. Your feet also support you and carry you while you go out into the world. I'm sure you are familiar with sayings like, stand on your own 2 feet, or getting cold feet. Those sayings express how important feet are about the place that you confidently stand in the world, or lacking confidence as you move forward in the world. So as you reflect on the importance of your feet and your ankles, as you move about your day-to-day life in the world, ask yourself what it is you hope to get out of today's class. Why are you here? What do you hope to receive from practicing today's yoga practice? And begin to form your intention for today's yoga practice. And when you've set your intention, you can stay lying on your back. And you can begin to wiggle and stretch out. Okay, so we're going to begin by placing your ankles together, your feet together, and circling your feet. Breathing. And then circle in the other way. And then bend your knees and roll to your right side and come up to sitting. From sitting, you're going to sit in half lotus pose and interlace your fingers between your feet. So weave your fingers through your toes. And you're going to twist here. Okay, so just twisting from side to side. So this is slightly different than the way we've done it in the past. And you can also circle here. And circle the other way. And then you're going to take your thumb and place it in the center of the sole of your foot and press hard. Okay, so now we'll do the other side, same thing. Take your fingers and weave them between your toes. And you repeat that twisting action. And then circle. And circle the other way. And then take your thumb and place it in the center of your sole and press hard. Great, and then you can release that out. From here we're going to come into child's pose with a little bit of a twist because you're going to tuck your toes under in child's pose. So you're going to tuck your toes under and just lift and make sure your baby toes get included in that. And you may need a block here to place under your head. Reach forward and sit back in child pose with your toes tucked under so you're getting the necks of your toes stretched out here. And then you're going to slowly come up and forward. Slowly release your toes and just give them a little bang out. And then you're going to sit back on your heels. So now you're going to stretch out the fronts of your ankles. And you're just going to lift one knee at a time. So that you're stretching out the fronts of your ankles. And you can use your hands to add a little bit more to that. Okay, and then you can lift both knees and lean back for a more intense stretch. Okay, great. So now we're going to come back to stretching out the necks of your toes. You're going to come into, this is called toe stand. You're going to come right up onto your toes, right up onto the balls of your feet, and get your baby toes involved again. So they're going to want to not be involved, so you have to spread them and include them. And what you're going to do is roll forward, so you come onto your knees and roll back onto the balls of your feet. And you might even be able to come all the way down onto your heels. There. Some of you will be able to do that more easily than me. So come all the way up onto your toes. And all the way back. Maybe I should put a block behind me to help me there. Back onto your heels. Yeah, so you're rolling through your whole foot. There we go. Toes all the way back onto your heels. So you're rolling through your whole foot here. So a little toe stand here. Then come right up onto your toes. And then what you can do is go side to side. And so I'm going to turn and face you a little bit here. And you might actually have to take your feet a little bit wider for this. But the way this works is you might have to turn your toes out as you come down. And your one foot can come onto the ground. And then you go from side to side like that. And it's a big stretch for the necks of your toes. So you go from side to side here. So your whole foot comes down as you stretch out the necks of your toes on one side. The necks of your toes would be the backs of your toes right here. I'll do one more each side. Whew, I can feel that right here in my groin too. Okay, great. And then what we're going to do is sit with your toes in front of you. Hold on to your knees, and you're going to lift up all your toes and lower them. Your feet are probably getting a little fatigued now. And lift up all your toes and lower them. And lift up all your toes and lower them. Lift up all your toes and lower them. And lift up all your toes and lower them. And lift up all your toes, lower them. We'll do that one more time. Lift up all your toes and lower them. Great, let's shake out. Right. From here, we'll come up to standing. Okay, from standing, we're going to just start by rolling from the outside to the inside of your foot. Okay, for the next exercise, you're going to stand with your right leg behind you and tuck your right toes under. And keep your right leg straight. So you feel a stretch in the front of your right ankle. And then turn to the outside edge of your right foot. And then the inside edge of your right foot. And then you can actually circle that. But you can't keep your leg straight when you circle it. And circle the other direction. Okay, and then place your right foot down again. And this time you'll take your left leg behind you, straight leg, stretch out the front of your left foot. So the roof of your left foot is on the ground now. Straight leg. Then turn to the inside of your foot, straight leg still. And the outside of your foot. Straight leg still. And then you can let go of your straight leg to circle. And circle the other direction. And then place your both feet on the ground again. And this time you'll place the ball of your foot on the ground. So come onto your left foot and you're just going to circle the ball of your foot on the ground. This should be probably pretty easy now because we spent all that time stretching out the necks of your toes already. And circle the other way. And then do that with your left foot. So circle the ball of your foot. And circle the other way. I did that both ways, right? Let's do it the other way just to make sure. Maybe you get a little extra on your left foot. Here, I can really feel that my right side is dominant. My left foot is much more pliable. Okay, the next exercise you're going to do, wow, feel how limber your feet are becoming. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do are called scrunchies because it's kind of the action that you're going to create with your foot. So start with your right foot. You're going to scrunch your toes up towards you. This creates a stronger arch. So just going to draw your toes back towards the arch of your foot. So apparently, arches are the strongest architectural structure. They hold things up really strong. So look at that. You have an arch on your foot to hold you up. So this creates strong arches in your foot. Okay, so do those scrunchies on your left foot now. Keep breathing. Okay, and bring your feet back together. Okay, we're going to do squat pose now. For squat pose, if you have a block close by, use your block because it's great for alignment through your ankles and your knees. And just stick it between your thighs because it just lines up your ankles and your knees and your hips so beautifully, which will help to prevent any injuries. So what you're going to do is take your arms out in front of you, pull your shoulders back, sit back, tuck your tailbone under. And again, we're going to work on strengthening your arches here by coming up onto the balls of your foot by lifting your heels. And try to evenly distribute your weight between the big toe ball joint and your baby toe ball joint. So strengthening your arches here, which will give you a strong support structure to stand on. Squeeze that block too. And then you can lower your heels down, come back up to standing, and then place your block down. Got one more exercise for your feet. Okay, for this one, you're going to take your left foot out in front of you with your heel lifted and your toes drawn towards you. This combines two of the exercises. It combines an exercise that we did before. So what you're going to do is do a scrunch and lift your heel. So as you draw your foot back towards you, add that scrunchie. So this is like when your foot plants when you walk. Whereas the previous exercise was like when your foot pushes off when you walk. Okay, and let's do the other foot. So start flexed, drop your foot forward, scrunchie and pull up. Really tell how much stronger my right foot is. Maybe you can too. Great. Just shake those out. Okay, so from here, we're going to rest back into Shavasana. Gradually allow your breath to deepen, wiggle and stretch out. Bend your knees, roll to your right side. And make your way up to sitting. Thank you for joining me for this class for your ankles and your feet. Namaste.